Miss Smalls and I were connected, that we had a relationship. What evidence do you have for that?
Explain how they are related. Yesterday,
Stephanie says we're connected because we teach in AU together, because we're the homeroom teachers. We teach English together. Okay, so we teach in ELA and AU together. What evidence do you have for that? How do you know that we teach in ELA and AU together?
and you are going to be creating a character web between Sandy and 4 other characters. Now, I'm not going to
so you actually see us together in the room.
but I will tell you
Okay.
that there are 4 other characters.
Then what kind of evidence would you have to show how Miss Welsh and Miss Welsh and Mr. Marsden, what evidence do you have that Miss Welsh and Mr. Marsden are connected? Janine, I want you to think about that. What evidence do you have that Miss Welsh and Mr. Marsden are connected?
We're labeling this character web Sandy Keys.
Hold on one second. We're going to go to hand signals. Janae, what evidence do you have?
Now what we're going to do, and fellas, I want you guys to pay
They
super
both know
attention
things
right now,
about
because the
geography?
way that you
Where
set
are you
up
seeing
your
that? What kind of evidence do you have that they know things about geography?
You're going to label it, and then you're going to turn it horizontally.
Okay, so she's able to do the same content. Okay.
The same way I set it.
What other evidence do we have that they are connected? Yanti, what evidence do we have that they're connected?
And you're going to put 5 boxes for the character names.
What evidence do we have that they're connected? Janae says that we have evidence because they both know about geography. What other ways do you know that Mr. Marsden and Ms. Welsh are connected?
3. 4.
What have you seen? When do you see Mr. Marsden and Ms. Welsh? You see him in geography. Are they together there?
Like that.
Okay,
Now,
so
we're
then
gonna
what
stick
evidence do
right
we
down
have
in the
that Ms. Welsh and Mr. Marsden are connected?
Who's the star of the show? Devin? Sandy. So we have 6 Danny in there. Okay?
They both help each other, so you see them helping each other. You actually see that, right? Okay. I want you guys now to take a moment, and I want you to take a look at this connection. Who am I drawing? What's that connection? What's that relationship? Giovanni?
Miss Tran and Miss Moore.
Miss Tran and Miss Moore. I want you to jot down next to that connection how you think they're connected. How are Miss Tran and Miss Moore on your paper? On your paper. Jot down. How are Miss Tran and Miss Moore connected?
So you guys make sure you're titling this page in your notebook so that you can remember what we did on this day.
Guys, I'm looking for the first table where everybody's done with this and is slanting and tracking me. That's the table I'm going to be looking at for my students in class. So let's get this done super quick. Then put your pencil down, track this front. Eduardo's there. Jalen's there. It looks like it's this table that's got it done first. Now, guys, you are going to be working today in your groups. Okay? In order to get this done. And you're going to need the help of your group members in order to get this done. Now, what we're going to do today is something a little bit different than what we're used to doing.
All right. Put your fingers in there if you can tell me
Each person
how
of your
Miss
people,
Tran
guys, track record, this
and
is
Miss
really
Moore are
important.
connected.
You're going to have a specific rule. You
Turn
are
into
either
your partner.
going to
Actually,
be
let's go this way.
the chairperson.
Stephanie and Giovanni, Yanti and
That's
Giovanni.
rule number 1.
I said they are connected because we both teach math.
That's rule number 2. Or
Zero.
you're going to be the
How
winner.
is, what's the evidence that you have that they're connected?
Okay.
You're
Now, let
talking
me
with
explain to
Yanti.
you guys what each of these things does.
I'm sorry, you guys.
They are connected because they both teach math.
Yanti, can you track Janae because she's your partner? Thank you.
Keep the group on track.
I'm
So
sorry.
if
They're
you
both
are the
connected because
chairperson, and you notice, for example, that your buddy Eduardo is talking about how the Ravens are actually not
What evidence?
Yeah, what evidence do you have? You guys talk about the evidence.
My evidence is that
What'd you come up with?
Again?
they both are women.
Both are women.
Okay, so they're both women, absolutely correct. Janae, can you add anything else to Yanti's thoughts about how Miss Tran and Miss Moore are connected? He says they're both women, so they're connected that way. They both teach math. Okay, which one of those two things makes them have a relationship with each other? The fact that they're both women, or the fact that they both teach math? What do you think? Which one makes it more obvious that they have a relationship?
Donald, you haven't said anything yet.
Why am I
Why don't
math?
you contribute a little bit and tell us what you think about this
You think
character?
math? Janae, why do you think math?
And then the last person, and this is almost the most
Why do you think
important
math?
role of all,
Well, teach math.
is the where's the evidence.
Because they teach
or
the
what's
same thing.
evidence
Okay,
person.
come on back around, Janae.
Now, if you are the what's the evidence group member,
Okay,
it is your job,
so
Fast Track
here's the
Manager,
thing.
to make sure that you have evidence for anything you are
So
saying.
we've been talking about
So if you
how
are
Miss
saying
Tran and Miss Moore
that
are
Sammy and her grandmother
connected,
have a
right?
bad relationship, the where's the
Dante
evidence
said that they're
person
connected
has
because they're
to
both women.
what's the
I would say
evidence
that's
for
true. They are.
that.
That is a connection that they share. It's something in common that they share. But what takes that connection from
As you
connection
guys get started working, I'm going to come
From
around and I'm going
connection
to let you guys pick roles that you want to have in your
to relationship?
But just so
What is it about Miss Tran and Miss Moore that takes them from connection to relationship,
we're going to
Stephanie?
create a character
They
web
like
for chapter 1 of Sammy.
They both like math. Okay.
For each one of those
But they have a
relationships,
relationship now.
explain
I
how
could
they
like
related
math,
in two
and
to three
my
clear sentences on your character web.
cousin's uncle. You know what? Actually, some random woman named Miss Smith in California. She also likes math, but we don't have a relationship. What takes it from connection to
So I'm going
relationship?
to put you guys on library level.
They're both teachers.
Come around
Where?
and distribute your group roles.
Where's he?
And I'm going to be looking to see if
Where's
you are
he?
doing that.
tell it.
Oh, so they're both teachers at Chavez Prep, and they both teach
Math.
math at Chavez Prep. Interesting. Okay. All right, you guys. So just like we have character webs, we have webs of relationships in our lives, our characters in books have relationships in their lives. We're going to dive into Sammy Keys in just a moment, but first I want you to take a moment and take a look at the definition that you wrote for a relationship, and thinking about
So guys,
what we've just done here. See if you can revise your definition so that it doesn't include the word relationship. See if you can revise using another synonym or something so it doesn't include the word relationship. The question is, what is a relationship?
teachers, you want to be the information.
That's a really good definition. Do you have the word relationship in your definition?
You guys don't get a chance to do other jobs later
No?
on, so don't
So
worry.
do you need to do any revision?
That you like to do.
Well, maybe. Why don't you look at it and see if there's anything else that you want to add to it? That's a really solid definition, okay? Think about it. Think about what we did today and if you're going to add anything to the definition. So let's see what we can put. You have a relationship that you need someone to talk to. So what can we put instead of relationship?